and welcome back to my channel. It's Nardie in Japan. Hope you're doing well. Nice to see you again. It's been a long time since I made a video because I've been very busy. But let me tell y'all about the time I almost got sued. Well, I did get sued, but I fixed it. So, actually, 2 times in 1 week. This is crazy, let me tell you. So, I was home minding my business on a Sunday here in Japan. I just came back from walking my dog, living my best life. And lo and behold, I got a doorbell ring. Ding dong. I open the door, and the guy's like, "Here you are." And he runs off. Girl, I got served. Served in Japan. So, what happened was, I lived in Ishinomaki in 2022, and I never missed a tax payment. This is not a lie, this is the damn truth. I paid every tax payment. But the problem is, that little country town, country city hall is not good at keeping records, which is shocking because Japanese people are really good at keeping records. So, because I paid them, but they lost it, they demanded that I pay it again. So when I called them, while I was living in Sendai, I called them and was like, I paid this. They were like, well, do you have the receipts from the convenience store? And I was like, no, because this was like a long time ago. And, no one really keeps receipts that long. I do now, but I didn't. And just so you know, there's 2 ways you can pay taxes in Japan. If your employer pays your taxes for you, then they keep the record for you. But if you pay your taxes, like back then I paid my own taxes. Like they sent me the messages, the mail, and I would go pay it. And usually, in my experience, the tax office keeps a really good record. I don't know what happened. I don't know. I don't want to say it's because I was a foreigner, but I've heard this happening to other foreigners. But also, I've heard it happen to Japanese people. So maybe they just mess up sometimes. I don't know. But long story short, child, they told me that I was responsible because I didn't keep the receipts. So, lesson learned, keep your damn receipts if you live in Japan. Do not throw away your tax receipts. So, I said, oh my God, okay, how much is it? They wanted a whopping, we're going to say like the equivalent of $1,200 US. So basically they had the whole first year of my taxes. I lived there almost 3 years. The second year they have like half of the taxes, and then they lost like, they got one, they lost one, the next one, and it's like weird. And then because I didn't pay it for so long, they added on more money. It was really obnoxious. Just like my cat meowing outside the door is also being really obnoxious. But they were very obnoxious about it. Just like, we're going to add, every month you don't pay, we're going to add on more. So I ended up paying like an extra $400 or $500 because I didn't pay for so long. So anyway, long story short, they sued me. They sent it to small claims court. And then because it's the government, you don't actually have to go to court. They just take it out of your paycheck. But the crazy thing is, and this is not a lie, I had just talked to my homie, my guy friend, boyfriend, I don't know what you want to call it, but I had just talked to him, and he and I had come up with a plan, because he's Japanese. We came up with a plan to pay the people. I had the money put up, and I was just going to pay them. But the thing is, I was waiting on my my salary to come so I wouldn't just go in the hole. I try to keep a savings, as most responsible adults do. But anywho, long story short, when I was at work the next day, he was at my house, and he checked my mail, and he saw what happened, and we talked about it, and he said, well, I just paid them, so you can just pay them back. But the crazy thing is, it was too late. My check was coming that Friday, and they had already took the money out of my check. So then after my boyfriend paid it, I had to go back in time, call my company, or go tell my company that it was paid, and then they had to call to the tax office. The tax office had to call me, and then I had to call them, and then eventually, on the Friday that my salary came, I had to get 2 salaries because they paid me my regular salary minus the taxes, and then they had to reimburse me for the taxes. It was a crazy week. And that same week, I got railroaded by a credit card company here in Japan. And this one is my fault because I got sick and I was in the hospital and I missed like 2 payments on my credit card. And that's a whole other story about how I almost died here in Japan. That's another story. I was in the hospital for 2.5 months. I missed 2 credit card payments. In Japan, don't play that. So they canceled my card and then they charged me the whole thing. Well, just like with the tax company, I'm not paying all that money at once, even though it's kind of my fault-ish. I explained my situation to them and they didn't care. They was like, too bad, too sad. You should have told us while you were in the hospital. But it's like, dude, I was literally on my deathbed. I can't call you while I'm on my deathbed. Like, but anyway, that's beside the point. So they actually took, I'm sorry. They actually took me to court. And I didn't go, luckily, because I paid it. But they actually summoned me to court. Like, they sent me the mail. I got it in the mailbox. And, they had a court date on it, and it said I got to be there unless I settle first. So I called them, and I settled, and I paid them. I just transferred them the money. But it was like, it's kind of my fault because I could have paid that credit card 1,000,000 times. But you know how you put things off when you don't want to do it. And so I did. I just put it off and put it off and put it off and put it off. And eventually, it caught up to me. So that's my fault. I'm grown. I take accountability for that. But I paid it, and it's all gone. It's problem solved. But pro tip, don't prolong things. If you have the money, do it. If you know the money going to come back to you, you'll be fine. Just do it. Pay the bill. And so this is a quick story about how I almost got sued in Japan. Or actually, how I did get sued in Japan. Thanks for watching. And my next video, I'm going to introduce you guys to my pets. And I might have some news for you, but I'm not sure. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe and do your best not to get sued in Japan because I'm a foreigner. You're a foreigner probably. And even if you're not a foreigner, you still don't want to get sued in Japan. Like, that's crazy. Good thing we cleared that up though. Anyway, have a great day. Like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.